You might be looking to start your collection this year. You might just be looking to refresh. So this is the 2024 Board Game Buyer's Guide according to Board Games for One and Cape Fear Games in 2024. That was
great. That was better than expected, honestly.
That was gold. We're going to try to go through so you can go by your budget. Some of these are new titles. Some of them are old titles. It doesn't matter. They're just good for your collection. So we're going to start actually at the under $20. It's the only box that I left at home. And it might be sold out here. I'm not sure. It's called a Gentle Rain. Do you remember seeing a Gentle Rain?
But we do not have it in stock.
Yeah, that thing went off the shelves.
Target exclusive now, maybe?
Is it?
I think so.
Oh,
I
feel bad.
I think.
Well, I bought it from here
but
before that happened. Maybe it will come
that.
back. So yeah, a Gentle Rain. It was under $20, and it's just a simple little tile placement game where you flip over a tile. It's got 4 sides with 4 little flowers. You flip over the next tile, try to get to matching the flowers, and you try to make a nice big puzzle where everything matches.
It's pretty.
Yeah. All right, the next game is actually yours, Jesslyn.
Okay.
Why don't you tell us what's going on here? Oh, and it's one player. I'm sorry, Gentle Rain is 1 or possibly 2 players.
This is the game.
Who's the publisher?
The publisher is Pandasaurus Games.
I didn't know that had a 1-player mode.
Yeah, because it is cooperative, and you have it's a quick, easy game, even for the biggest board gamer. This is something that I keep in my bag all the time. But you have 2 decks. They go up from 1, and then 2 cards that go down from 100. And every other card in here is a unique number. You split it amongst players, and you're trying to play all of the cards in their matching order. And if you have no cards, then you've won the game. And the more cards you have, the worse you've done.
How much is it?
It is a whole $12.
Oh, okay.
$12 to just play in silence with your friends and try to read each other's minds.
Okay.
And count. That's the only thing that you have to do.
I had no idea about that. That's awesome. And getting to know you. You have a tattoo. It says "So It Goes."
Mm-hmm.
What is the story behind it?
It is from Slaughterhouse-5 by Kurt Vonnegut, and is
that a book?
It is a book.
Okay.
It is a book. And it basically, the man that's telling the story was a World War II vet, but he gets unstuck in time and has to spend time with aliens, and they help him adjust to his life. It's kind of a metaphor for PTSD. But the aliens say when someone dies, so it goes.
Okay.
And so it's just like a cool, I like it because it's a
lot of meaning,
a little metaphor there for so it goes with anything.
Okay. I like people's stories. Thank you. Okay, next one. I've seen this here, haven't I?
Mm-hmm. You absolutely have.
Maquis. Maquis, it runs just under $30. It's from Side Room Games, and I know that it's Jake Staines, and there's not a similar game, but similar size called Black Sonata. I actually wanted to pick that, but I just haven't seen that as available. So I'm going for available. Maquis, this is solo only. Yeah, Side Room Games. And in it, it's basically you're accomplishing a mission. So a mission gets laid out. You're playing as the French resistance, resisting against the Nazi occupation. So you have a mission that you have to accomplish. You send out your agents into the city to gather materials in order to deliver them. So it's like pick up and deliver and complete the objective. Meanwhile, they have to be able to make it back home, your agents, and you have the Nazi agents getting in the way. So if they get captured, then you run into trouble. That's it.
Wow.
Maquis, did I forget anything?
I don't think so. I'm sold on it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's been a staple for a while, but check out Black Sonata as well, if you can see that. I'm going to turn it back to you.
Okay. All right.
Jesslyn.
This is Jesslyn with Fleet the Dice Game. You are fishermen, and you are trying to collect fish to bring to town, and then in the town you're going to do different things to make more money and do things with your fish. So the way that it works is you play each round in 2 phases. The fishing phase, where you will roll your fish die, which all have very cute fish on them, and you'll start choosing fish, and each one does something different for your game. Second part of the game, you're going to go to the market, the town, and upgrade your boat, start building into the town. But it is such a rewarding roll and write, and you like really gotta strategize as you play it, because before you know it, the person that's invested in all the lobster has taken over everything. And yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Good roll and
You
write.
went over a minute. And I was interested. That's all right. What's the price and the publisher?
So Fleet the Dice game is from Eagle Griffin Games, and it goes for
I didn't know they made small games.
$28.99. Yeah,
Okay.
they do a couple small little ones here and there, but it has all the chunk of an Eagle Griffin game.
Awesome.
Chunky.
And the quality? Nice quality.
Great. Yes, I like
Okay.
to laminate my roll and write sheets and keep wet erase markers in there
Good.
because
Another solo, which I think I knew it, but I forgot. 30 minutes, pretty cool. All right. Back to me, and then we're going to talk about our sponsor. Creature Comforts. Now, there is a newer kind of version called Maple Valley. I haven't played that one yet, so this is the one that I'm featuring. Regardless, this little game blew me away. So this is close to, it's in the $35 to $45 range, depending when you get it. But this has played well solo, it has played well multiplayer, and what it is you are a bunch of, don't let the cover fool you. The cover didn't sell me at all. 1 to 4 players, something like that. 1 to 5 players, there you go. If you are playing solo, it plays identical to multiplayer, and what you are is you're a bunch of little critters getting ready for the winter. So it plays out in 3 seasons, starting in the spring, where you go out and you gather materials to build your little home. So it's a game where you are building a hand of cards, you're also building a tableau, in order to have the most comfortable home with cozy comforts like knitted socks and fireplaces and all that. So what it is you roll dice, you place them, and then you place workers to take the action. So you place the worker, you pay for the action with the dice. A little bit there. It's adorable. It's adorable. And you've not played this?
I've not played it, but now that I know there's a knitted sock component.
Oh yeah, and you get rewarded like if you have, based on your comfort. So if you build a tableau of like knitted socks and knitted scarves, clothing, then you get bonuses.
Aww.
Or if you decide to go for the most like comfortable cooking hovel where you cook things, then you get bonus points.
Wow.
You can get a little like raccoon wheelbarrow to gather more resources when you send it. It's really cool.
That is very cool.
It is crunchy. It says for ages 8 and up. I wouldn't do that. I've gone down to age 14 and it was a brain burner. So, work of art. Love it. And this one's for you.
This one's for me.
Yeah, you know all about it,
I
right?
know all about paperback.
Yeah, you've played it 100 times?
Are writing a novel.
Okay.
And that's what you're doing, and it's a deck builder.
Okay. I like that.
Don't know.
I don't know. You tell me about who's sponsoring this video, and then I'll tell them more about Paperback Adventures.
This video is sponsored by Cape Fear Games.
So is this hat.
So is this hat. It's a part of our pre-release event. Yes, this video is Cape Fear Games sponsored, a local board game store in Wilmington, North Carolina. We have an online store where we sell all of our board games. It's CapeFearGamesILM.com, as well as a separate website where we sell magic cards, which is just CapeFearGames.com. If you type in one, you'll find the other.
And you get a discount, so if you want to support this channel, and you can also support a local game store, there is a way. And that's to shop through the link. I'll put it in the description. I always put it in a pinned comment as well. If any of these games interest you, we try to have all of them available if they are. And when you check out, just put in board games for one word, flash it all over the screen like usual, and you'll get 10% off. If you're in the continental US, you get free shipping. So that kind of competes with Amazon there. You can support me, you can support Cape Fear Games. Back to the show.
Paperback.
Thank you for introducing Paperback.
Anytime.
So Paperback Adventures, this is a solo-only game. I don't think this has a 2-player module that I've... Oh yeah, 2-player variants included right there. This is actually... You may think that this would be in the $20 to $30 game like Final Girl, and this year this is replacing Final Girl's place for me. But truly, these games with modules, they are not. They are more like a $50 to $60 game because you have to buy the core box, which is, I think, $30, and then you buy a module, which is $20. And you can buy different novels. So just like you said, it's a deck builder where you build up a deck to fight against a villain. And it's storybook characters, so you have like a hero or a heroine with special abilities against unique villains that you can select from several. And what you do is you collect letters, and you lay those letters out to spell a word. So you can spell the word like snow, and each of those cards has an attack and defense value. So depending what you spell depends on whether it's attack or defense. And if you splay it to the right, then it's like attack, and if you play it to the left, I think it's defense. So absolutely blew me away because I was not. I had paperback and I had hardback. They were fine. I wasn't in love with it because I'm not a Wordle person. I love the adventure aspect of this and the different modules that you can put in. So $50 to get started for a starter pack, and then the more that you buy, the more replayability there is. I'm talking too much.
Perfect
Jesselyn,
amount.
shut me up. Come on.
All right, here we go. The Quacks of Quedlinburg. Much like Creature Comfort, don't let the art deceive you. I don't know what it was for me, but I thought that the art was not great, but I've come to love it.
Like Agricola style.
Yeah, it just didn't immediately draw me in. But the way that this game works is that you are a bunch of...
Who's the publisher?
Oh my gosh, I just don't want to...
No, I was thinking because the art, a lot of times, does it look out?
Schmidt.
Oh, I have no idea. Okay.
Yes, I'm not... Schmidt Spiel Games, yes.
2 to 4 players? Okay.
Yeah. 2 to 4 players. You're a bunch of
Crackpots?
snake oil salesmen-y, liars in the village, and so everybody has a cauldron that they play on, and this is a push your luck game because you are slowly buying ingredients with the snake oil, the potions that you're making, and you're pulling out resources. Yeah,
it's
basically, yeah,
okay.
They're all like, and then you have like, if you go to bust and you push your luck too much in the pot, your potion will explode on you. But you can put lots of things in your bag that let you jump spaces as you go. I think if you see the back of it, that'll explain it just a little bit more.
I'll put some pictures up too.
Yeah, but you get to play. There's all kinds of like mechanics you can do for each game you play. So you can make like the pumpkins harder the next time you play or whatever it is. You collect jewels, and each round there's always like a special thing that'll happen and affect everybody like in the game. Like, oh, this time you can't ever play this or whatever it might be. But it's a very easy game. It's push your luck done right so that it doesn't feel like all luck based. It feels like you've got to put some real strategy into it.
But some luck that interrupts it.
Definitely. Okay. And my 65-year-old mom who hates playing board games was able to play this and had a very fun time. So, Quacks.
That's what we want. That's what we want. And what's the price of this?
It is $49.99.
Okay. And this is, I missed some of the designers. I apologize. For Paperback Adventures, it's Tim Fowers was the designer, and for Fleet, what do we got there? Benjamin Pinchback and Matthew D. Riddle, and Quacks of Quedlinburg. They better put it on there. I won't know. Wolfgang, what a cool name. Wolfgang Warsch. Okay. It reminds me of like Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you've played. Oh, you know what? I forgot about these little ones back here. We're going back down in price. We're going back down, everybody. Down. Deals for everybody.
Deals.
Tell me about this.
The Star Wars deck building game, it's done by Fantasy Flight. One player plays as a light side, one player plays as a dark side. You are trying to defeat your opponent before the other one does. You get to play with a whole cast of characters.
So a true raw deck builder.
True raw deck builder. It is a ton of fun. They're coming out with a new expansion for it. Which has some of the prequel-y characters, so I'm super excited about that. But it plays decently quick. I almost confused it with the Star Wars trading card game that just came out. And this game...
Which, spoilers, I'm actually going to be bringing Lorcana and the Star Wars deck builder in pretty soon. So I'm going down the rabbit hole.
They're real good. They're great games. You're defeating your opponent's planets in this one. So there are 3 planets that you're trying to defeat in a certain amount of time. They all have a certain amount of health. You're defeating that base, as you will. And, it's really great watching Darth Vader soon fight Jar Jar Binks because he's coming into the game. So
into this one?
Yeah, because they expand.
So they're still building this game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is like Marvel Champions sort of, but this is 2-player only.
2-player only. And then the next expansion that is coming out, you can play without this game. So you don't have to have both.
So standalone.
So, yeah. Okay. Or you can mix them together.
And what's this one probably run for?
This guy's about $35, I believe. Yeah, $35.
$30 to $40 bucket?
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Very replayable.
Got a buddy I can play that with. Okay. Wormspan. Also, another way to support the channel, if you like this, go ahead and give a like. Go ahead and subscribe. We try to do these helpful videos, or I do. Jesslyn is a wonderful
yeah.
guest feature. I try to get her on anytime I can. So yeah, that helps support us. All right, so Wormspan, this replaces, I think last year I had Honeybuzz and Wingspan, and I still love them both, but I played Wormspan, which is more than a reskin of Wingspan, if you're familiar. So this is in the $60 range, about 1 to 5 players, and this is designed by Connie Vogelman. I hope I pronounced that right. But what this is you're still collecting cards and you're still building out a tableau. What you're doing is you are a draconologist who is exploring these caverns, and you get to place dragons in these caverns or create a nest to attract them so that they build out the cavern. The more you build out caverns, and there's 3 different ones, the more you build out your tableau, the more benefits you get. So on your turn, you have these 6 coins, dragon coins that you start with, and you have to spend those coins to take an action. And the actions are things like you can either place a dragon or you can excavate a cave so you can go deeper and place a dragon there later. You also have, this introduces a guild, which Wingspan didn't have. So as you expand your tableau, you are also advancing around this rondelle, I think we call it. It's a circle
right.
that you walk.
Yeah.
Walking in a circle.
Yeah.
Why don't we just call this circle walking? Yeah, when I walk in a circle, I don't say I'm rondelling.
Yeah.
But we should do that. Anyway, you move, and each time you move in the guild, then you get some kind of a benefit. It's a competitive game, but honestly, it's not a mean game. And I found that the complexity was no more than Wingspan, and it ran just a little faster. So right now, I actually prefer this. I still have all of Wingspan, and I enjoy it. I prefer this. It's adorable. The dragon art is, if you like the nature calm themes, this still preserves that. So the dragons are still beautiful, and the baby dragons are absolutely adorable and cuddly and all that. Wormspan.
Wormspan.
All right. One more for you. You're
One
going to make
more
me get up.
For me.
Everybody look at my legs. Surprise.
Surprise. Who would have thunk it?
You've never presented this game before.
No, never, ever. I picked
Why
for
are you hogging the microphone? Look at that.
It's mine.
Oh, my goodness.
As an actor, I don't need it. Just kidding.
Oh, you are an actor, aren't
That's
you?
right. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's me.
What did
me
you like? Stage plays?
Yeah, that was that's still my favorite forte. But
Really?
I do film stuff because technically it's easier to do.
Really?
You just need a camera, microphone, and good people.
Oh, okay, so that's why you're comfortable.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
easy. What was the last stage play you did? Because I knew about one and I forgot. You had told me.
I think the last one, like the last proper play I did was the Dog Logs, which is a show about, it's points of view through different dogs. And it's just monologues that they do. So that was a lot of fun. I did that last summer. And then I've just been doing a lot of improv, as always.
Okay.
That's my weekly gig. Root.
All right.
By Letter Games. Cole Weirley. Cole Weirley.
Yes.
A god among men. Root is my favorite game of all time.
And this does have, explain to me real quick, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry for,
Please.
I'm an interrupter, and I got to work on it.
okay.
But there is a solo way to play this, but can you explain how that works?
Yes, and it is in, I don't remember exactly which expansion it is off the top of my
Clockwork?
head. The Clockwork expansion, and then there's another one that they came out with recently, within the past like year and a half, that makes it even better of an or no, maybe I'm thinking of 2-player. That's my bad. Because a 2-player experience in this game is not the best, and it is the 2-player that they've just recently revamped in a recent expansion. But yes, the Clockwork expansion for Root is how you play it solo player, and it's really interesting because in this game you play as 4 different woodland factions just in this base game. They're all vying for control of the forest, and in the solo mode you get to play whatever faction you would like, and then an automa version of those other factions. So they're little robot guys, which makes them cute. So there's robots taking over the forest in the solo player mode. And there are 4 expansions to this game that come with 2 different factions in each expansion. And with all of those comes
And they're all asymmetric.
They're all, yes, all asymmetric. That's why it's a pain to try and teach this game to folks, because you're teaching 4 different games when you explain it.
Okay.
And yeah, all those expansions have that solo player mode in them. So whenever you pick one up, you'll also get those with it.
And the base game is how much?
Between
50,
I think it's like 52 to 60.
Okay.
Is I think what it sells for here at Cape Fear Games.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Classic, always has a place. And then something newer. I'm going to close it up because this is my show. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
This is new to me. You have seen this.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't played this.
I have not.
This is solo only, and I believe this is in the $60 to $70 range. However, I have seen a uptick in narrative-driven games, choose-your-own-adventure style games, which is what Voila. I call it Ela, and I'm pretty sure that's right, and Something Shiny. And this is from North Star Games. Forgive me, please. There we go. Jeffrey CCH, and I don't know how to pronounce that. Ch.
Yeah. Huh.
I like. I want to be able to pronounce it, so forgive me there. But anyway, I got to put this to this. I got to give it to you. Okay, so Ela and Something Shiny. This is an absolutely adorable game where you play as a little rabbit, and you are going on an errand from Big Grandmother Tree. And Grandmother Tree is trying to teach little baby rabbit, or Ela, how to go out into the world and to feel safe. So she sends you as the little rabbit out on these little quests at first, but something bad happens to Grandmother Rabbit, or to Grandmother Tree, and Ela has to go out on this big adventure to find something shiny in a mountain far, far away. Absolutely adorable. How you play it is you flip over a card, and it gives you some options, like a choose your own adventure. Do you want to do this, this, or this? Some actions are free. Some of them you have to have resources to spend. So you pick one of them, and you go to the next place, which lets you either add a new card to your deck of adventure stuff, or you just flip over the next one, and you either collect resources to help you complete an assigned mission for your scenario, because this plays in 5 scenarios, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's 5, and there's a tutorial. It's got to be 5. But anyway, you play through that, and you try to complete the mission by getting the resources you need and delivering them to whoever you need by flipping over these cards. So very choose your own adventure. It is a determined path. It won't be the same play. You can replay scenarios. It's not a campaign, so you can play scenario 1 or 3 or 5. They do increase in complexity. You can replay it, and it will be different because you can make different selections. But really, I see most people playing through the scenarios one time and waiting for the next expansion. Some people do replay it, but I don't want to mislead there. Still lots of gameplay there. Ela and Something Shiny. Any final thoughts, Jesslyn? Anything that we missed? I always miss things.
I feel like we got all the games. We talked about them in great detail.
We got our sponsor.
We got our sponsor. We got the like and subscribe.
We got it all.
We got it all. And now I got to go put some games on hold.
All right. Thank you all so much. Coming up on the channel, again, there's going to be some Disney Lorcana coming in, some Star Wars Unlimited, quite possibly. I've got curating the perfect board game collection, going through my collection. A lot coming up. I love you all. I'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Okay. Let's do a smile. Do something stupid. Do something surprised. Something normal. Thumbs up. I think we can do that. Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Always.
As